11 players, 11 completely different jobs, and most casual fans still can't tell you what half of them actually do out there. You're watching the World Cup. The commentator says he's bringing on a holding midfielder. You just nod. You have no idea what that means. Nobody does. At first. By the time this video ends, that confusion is gone for good. You're going to know every position on a football pitch, what each one does, why it exists, and why some of these jobs pay millions while others barely get mentioned on TV. Let's start with the strangest job in sports. The only player allowed to use his hands. The goalkeeper. One person, standing in front of a net almost 8 feet tall and 24 feet wide, trying to stop a ball flying at him over 70 miles an hour. Think of him like a hockey goalie, except he doesn't get a stick. His pads are basically just gloves, and if he gets beaten once, there's no rebound to clean up. The ball's already in the net. Game over for that moment. That kind of pressure does something strange to careers. Most athletes peak in their 20s and fade out by their early 30s. Goalkeepers do the opposite. They get better with age. Gianluigi Buffon was still playing professional football at 45 years old. Why? Because goalkeeping isn't really about speed. It's about reading danger before it happens, and that skill only sharpens with experience. Here's a twist most casual fans miss completely. Modern goalkeepers are now expected to play like an extra outfield player too, passing the ball out short, starting attacks with their feet, basically acting like a quarterback standing in his own end zone. Some coaches call this the sweeper keeper. One mistake here, and it's not just a bad pass. It's a goal against you, from your own goalkeeper. Now step in front of him, and you've got the defenders. And there are two completely different jobs hiding under that one label. First, center backs. The big, physical players standing in the middle, right in front of the goalkeeper. Their job sounds simple. Stop the ball from getting anywhere near the net. Win headers, make tackles, read danger early. Think offensive linemen, but for defense built to stop, not to score. But here's what quietly changed over the last decade. Center backs used to get picked for one thing: size. Be tall, be strong, kick it away. Now, top teams want center backs who can pass like midfielders. Virgil van Dijk doesn't just stop attacks, he starts them. With one perfectly placed pass straight from his own box to a teammate 60 yards away. The job description rewrote itself, and almost nobody outside football noticed. Then there's the fullback, and this might be the most exhausting job in the entire sport. They start out wide, near the sideline, defending. But the moment their team gets the ball, they sprint the full length of the pitch to help the attack. Defend, sprint forward, attack, sprint back. Repeat for 90 minutes straight. Some fullbacks cover more than 7 miles in a single match. That's more ground than almost any other position on the field. Imagine being hired as a defender, and also somehow being told your job includes cardio that would break most people in 20 minutes. In some formations, this role gets pushed even further forward and renamed the wingback, same sprinting, even more attacking responsibility. If you ever hear a commentator say wingback during the World Cup, just know that's a fullback with extra homework. Now we hit the part of the pitch most people find genuinely confusing: midfield. Picture midfield as the engine room of the team. It's where the ball spends most of its time, and it's where matches are actually decided. But midfielder isn't one job. It's at least 3 different ones, wearing the same label. First, the defensive midfielder. Think of him as the bouncer outside the club. His job is to stand right in front of the defense and break up danger before it ever gets close. He's not flashy. He's not scoring highlight reel goals. But take this player off the field and watch how fast the whole team collapses. Casemiro built an entire trophy-filled career on doing this one unglamorous job better than almost anyone alive. Next, the central midfielder, often called box-to-box. This player does everything. Defends when needed, attacks when needed, covers the most ground of anyone on the field over 90 minutes. If the defensive midfielder is the bouncer, this guy is the manager who's somehow working every single floor of the building at once. And then, the most romanticized role in football history, the number 10, the attacking midfielder, the playmaker. His job is to get the ball in tight spaces and create something out of nothing, a pass nobody else even sees coming, a flash of magic that wins the match. Some countries treat this shirt number like a national responsibility. In Argentina and Brazil, Wearing the number 10 isn't just a squad number. It's pressure passed down for generations. Quick pattern break, because here's something that surprises people. You'd assume the playmaker is the highest paid position in football, right? He's not. That title usually belongs to the next position, wingers. The players glued to the sidelines, using raw speed to blow past defenders and either score themselves or set up a teammate. Think of them as speed receivers in football, except instead of catching a pass, they're sprinting with the ball glued to their feet. Some wingers have been recorded hitting over 22 miles per hour during a match. That's faster than most Olympic sprinters during the acceleration phase of a 100-meter race. A footballer, mid-match, while also deciding where to pass. And finally, the strikers, the finishers, the position everyone actually rewinds the highlights for. Strip a striker's job down to one sentence, and it's brutally simple. Put the ball in the net. Doesn't matter how messy it looked getting there. Score, and you're a hero. Miss, and 90,000 people boo you walking off the pitch. Here's the part that almost nobody talks about. Strikers get judged purely on goals, even though scoring usually depends on 5 other players doing their job perfectly first. The defender who won the ball back, the midfielder who threaded the pass, the winger who whipped in the cross. The striker just finishes what an entire team spent 90 seconds building. And yet, he's the one remembered, or blamed. There's even a sneaky variation called the false 9. Instead of staying up front waiting, this striker drops deep into midfield on purpose, drags defenders out of position, and turns the whole defense into chaos. It's confusing by design. Some of the most dangerous attacking systems in modern football are built entirely around this one trick. So that's all 11 jobs laid out. The goalkeeper guarding the net and starting attacks. Center backs stopping danger and now passing like playmakers. Fullbacks running themselves into the ground twice a match. The defensive midfielder breaking up trouble before it starts. The box-to-box midfielder doing a bit of everything. The number 10 creating magic out of nothing. Wingers turning speed into a weapon, and strikers finishing it all off, for better or worse. 11 completely different jobs, one ball, and when it actually works, it looks effortless. Next time you watch a World Cup match, you're not going to see 22 people running around a field anymore. You're going to see 11 separate roles, moving like gears in a machine, every single one useless without the other 10. That's the real secret hiding inside football. It's not one sport, it's 11 tiny jobs, pretending to be one game. If this finally made football click for you, subscribe, because there's a lot more about this sport that nobody bothers explaining properly.